Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, 867539858 here for race number 12 of the NRSL Universal Orlando Cup Series. Here we are for race 12 at Talladega at night, and we're ending up the final race of the weekend here, the crazy three-day, three-race weekend on the Pole Sky Commons, as we're about ready to fire up the engines very soon. Second is Rod Houston. Fourth is Trent Dunham. Third is Jacob Cook. Sixth, Lee Rogers. Fifth, Cody Lamas. 8th, Anna Gregg. 7th, Austin Ogo. And 9th, Olaf Manson. Round out the top 10 is Jamie Malone. The cars are getting ready to move, and we'll give you the rest of the top of the field. And, wait a minute here. Rod Houston with issues, but before that, the lineup. And we're back here. The 56 with issues, who is starting third. Doesn't look good for him. He's going to go down pit road and probably fix the issue there. A few other reminders that Trent Dunham, he started second, your previous race winner. And where is Joseph Bryant? Joseph, there he is, starting towards the back there. 51 me car, the Talladega Night Scheme. Here we go. Green flag is out here for 19 laps at Talladega. Sky Commons trying to look for his first win after Olaf Manson, alter ego, got a victory. Jacob Cook looking for his first win after him and Lawler have not won a race yet. Looking forward to, though. Basically going to be a 41 car show. Cody Lamas looking for his first win. Trent Dunham already has a win from last race at Chicagoland. Leo Rogers looking for his first. Austin Ogo as well. Anna Gregg as well. Cal Malone won a race. Jamie Malone. Or wait. Jamie Calvin did, yeah. Sam D won 2 races already. 43 Mike White. This is his second start, as well as Ty Naughton. And try to remember who the other car was. I keep messing this up. This is Jake Williams. I keep calling him Justin, so I apologize for that. I didn't mean to call you that there. That's my mistake. Yeah. Anyway, Ricky Bobby there. In case you're wondering what Joseph Bryant was doing, he said that he was honored with a privilege to be driving this car in Talladega, obviously, because it's Ricky Bobby and stuff, and he'll be running in the LCQ as well. But one of the things that he told me was that before getting into the car, he had 2 things in his hand besides his race gear. One was the tape of Ricky Bobby that in the 2012 Sprint Cup season, he had the clip of where Kurt Busch in that car had the clip saying Ricky Bobby to the lead, and he says that don't worry, he's got that tape in the recording system for the thing whenever he hears, and then he hears that as well, saying that Ricky Bobby has done it. So we'll keep an eye on that. And the other thing he had in there was the Talladega Nights movie, obviously, because that was the movie, because it was a car theme, so. We'll see how that number 51 car will do throughout the whole race. Oh, there's Rod Houston there. Okay, so. Anyway, Austin Ogo's got the lead. This guy has had a few close calls trying to get a win, and unfortunately, he's came so close each of those times, especially at Hogzilla. That was the one I think people will not forget about coming into the Cup race, because eventually that 47 car, Anthony Emery, won that race. After Austin Lena went down to the line there at Hogzilla, pitted on that lap to win the race and screwed himself of a win. Well, he's lean right now. The one thing he hopes for is just to stay out front, excuse me, there, and win the race. Meanwhile, the top 2 have broken away, and now they're getting caught up in what's going on towards the back there, because I see Jake Williams, Jacob Lawler, and the 51 car in the back. Lost a draft or something. That's a tough break there. But a wreck could happen, though. You know, you don't know when, though. It's a tough break for Ricky Bobby for Tween X Racing there. You don't ever see that, too, in Talladega, but I don't know if it's my series, though. It just happens. Anyway, Bianca Roberts wants to become a two-time winner, I believe, or three-time, I can't remember, as she's passing down low on the 99 of Ogo for the lead. And look at this one I'm seeing who's in fifth. That's Dylan Potey. Wow, this guy really needs a good run out of anyone. There's just times where he just wants to forget the season. He just can't get a top 10 or top 5. The highest he's finished is like the top 15 this season. That's a tough break for that 21 team. But he's still done averaging well, though. He somehow gets good top 15 runs, like 11 for 12. But he can't get like the top 10 or the top 5. I don't know what it is, though. Meanwhile, Jacob Lawler is officially caught back up to the pack, and Joseph Bryant, Jake Williams, they've fallen out of the back. Ricky Bobby, tough break. But now the only thing those two hope for is a caution. Because actually, Tony Blazer and these guys, they're losing somewhat of the pack here. Because everything has been calm. That's what it is. Calm and steady. They aren't freaking out on each other. They aren't wrecking each other. And they weren't like that Chicagoland, too. So that was a good thing. So finally, we're getting some peace and quiet. And it's not a boring race. It's still exciting. You know, just the only people who aren't going to be happy about it is the 29, the 51, and the 56, obviously. So, and actually, we're getting word Kalsanoski, he might have dropped a cylinder. You know, he's not in that draft there, but you know, hopefully he'll get back in it or something. Or otherwise, it won't be a good night for that 7 team. But obviously, because it's the night version here, you know, it's different because of the track temps and stuff. They're already catching up to Rod Houston, but just because that he was on pit road at a point doesn't mean he's going to have, you know, a very slow car. In the meantime, though, Bianca Roberts enjoying a good lead in that Pepsi Max Chevrolet there, 0 calories. Jamie Malone in second. Austin Ogo back in third. He's having a great run, that number 99 Ford EcoBoost. You know, he just really wants to win here so bad in this series. He's actually said, "Well, I've liked this series a lot. You know, the series brings in some good competitors, so I like the challenges." As Ogo is going for second, Potey wants even lower and can't get it. With the help of Calvin Malone while at it. Let's take a quick look here in the mid-pack. Oh, wow, in the world. There's like a little gap here for some areas. That's really odd. Yeah, Kalsanoski has lost the draft. There's something wrong with that 7 car. So he's probably going to be joining these two guys. And there's Rod Houston up at turn 3 and 4, and here they are up at 3. So they're definitely catching up to him quick. As Ogo going for the lead. He has passed the 24 officially. And now Calvin Malone. No, David Rochester wants second. 3 wide battle for second, which is allowing Austin Ogo having a good lead. 31 gets back into line. And this is, I think, the second time I've seen Rochester in the Wheaties scheme, you know. I've seen the 31's got multiple schemes, though, and I think he's only ran Cat once, but he's ran a lot of Rain-X and BB&T, so, you know, we'll see one day he'll get in the Cat there. And there's Rod Houston off at 2, and here are these guys now off at 2, so they are getting really close onto him, so be ready when they come and try to pass. And, you know, where Devin Smith is at, man, Sam Diaz lives in the pack there because he's on the high side like an idiot. So he's going to get in front of Tony Blazer right there, and hopefully no one's going to blow up too, so that won't be a jinx. Yeah, here they come, as you see from Rod Houston's view. They're getting really close. You can tell from seeing Austin Ogo there, but and they're not going 4 wide that much. They're rarely going 4 wide. You're seeing a lot of 3 wide action too, so now there will be the true test that comes once they get to this guy here, which is what they're going to do. Here we go. How will Austin Ogo in the pack do? Ogo wants to go high, and Houston could not get the block, and he is going to block the low side because of Ogo. Oh, what are you doing, Rod? What are you doing? Get out of the way. Ogo with a big clear lead, and Olaf Manson still blocked. Now he's going to get through, hopefully. But now the inside line's going to get blocked. But wait a minute. Now they're using Rod Houston as an extra draft partner. Now they're trying to use him as an extra draft partner. So this is actually good for these guys. But now Pichu and these guys in there, they're just trying to get their, all together so they can form the big pack there. Which is exactly what Rod Houston wants to do. If you guys went on by, look at where, Pichu's now caught up into there. And look at the 43 car, Michael White. He's trying to make a big comeback here, and he's doing it. Ty Nunn, Jacob Cook, Noah Hart all in as well. Dylan Young and Jacob Lawler, they're trying to work together as well as Chris Grant and Jake Rogers and Leia Walker, Cody Lamas, William Schultz, and Luke Walker all in that pack. And I think Greg's out of it for sure. You can tell. But those two-car tandem packs, they're trying to get into that big pack there. Devin Smith is falling way to the back, and he's losing the draft there. There's something, wrong with that 78 team. Yeah, they're at least a couple miles per hour faster. Actually, Trent Dunham's trying to get in there, and now the 78's getting someone in the draft there. But 78 car is trying to get in there. And will he now? Yes, he will for right now. And now Dylan Young, Jacob Lawler, they're trying to get up there, and I think they're going to accomplish it if they can do it. Just keeping an eye on that for right now. As we got to, oh wow, I'm not paying attention to laps. They're swindling on by as we're on 12 and 19. Who's the leaders right now? And Ogo definitely lost the lead. You can tell. Bianca Roberts still the leader. Bianca Roberts having a great night in that number 24 car. Calvin Malone, Dylan Ogo, Anthony Amber going 3 wide for second. And those two are on the backstretch. Bianca Roberts is now across the start-finish line. So there is a very low possibility Bianca Roberts is going to catch up, and they're going to go 4 wide. Finally, we're going to see it. We're going to see 4 wide action. Here we go. And this is where it's getting dangerous here. You can't start the big one. You start the big one, how's it going to react for the drivers in the back? And Jacob Lawler, Dylan Young, they are now officially back in the pack. Oh, no, 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 no. Here they go. No, big wreck, and I saw Ogo in it. And oh, no. Here we go. Noah Hart, and the big one has struck Olaf Manson. Oh, shit. Sky Comets is just death rolling. Trent Dunham. Holy shit. Major wreck. Sky Comets flipped. And Greg gets the luckiest break of all. Oh, Rod Houston was involved. Jake Rogers, Jake Smith, Leia Walker. You notice there, Olaf Manson. Seth Cole may have had a little piece of it. And Anthony Emery let it down at the line. And the biggest break goes to these two drivers, Jake Williams and Ricky Bobby. They don't have to deal with it. Oh, Chris Grant, Jacob Lawler, Jacob Cook, Noah Hart, Tony Blazer, Leo Rogers was involved, Dylan Ogo. I think Sanoski. Yeah, he made it through. He's all fine. Michael White, Rod Houston. Man, he was lapped down too with the problem. And doesn't look like he has much damage, though. That's the odd part. So let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, it's a pit stop. And the pole sitter, Sky Collins, we noticed him. He was flipping, so. Oh, man, not many cars are left here after that, but Anthony Emery let it down back to the line. Let's take a look. We have to bring ourselves to the first caution of the race, what could be our only caution. And we'll see when we get back to green. Stay tuned. Well, I knew the big one was going to come. Didn't know when, though. Watch carefully the 93. He's going to lean on the 11. Gets into 33, into the 43. There's the two Ogos right there. I think Olga's going to make it through. There's the 39, nowhere to go. Olga did make it through. She's going to be fine. We're going to look at Sky Commons in a moment because this is going to get bad there. Rochester gets a slight piece, but he keeps on going. And, oh, man, just... Dylan Young and Devin Smith. How do they make it through? I don't know. And there's Jacob Law right there. Okay, actually, now you're going to see Sky Commons. And, oh, this is going to be a hit. Oh, Luke Walker. Hit him. And Leia Walker nailed the 39 too. But, man, that 11 guard. Oh, and nailed Trent Dunham. And he's going to go around. Almost flipping. But, oh, man, Sky Commons. Willem Schultz was also involved. Jake Rogers, man, find your car there. That's just bad. And Sky Commons went for a wild ride and ends up upside down. Wait a minute. Oh, does land on four wheels. That's lucky for him. He's hopefully okay. Oh, man, that's a tough break there. Dylan Ogo and Jacob Lawler. I thought they were going to make it through, but how in the world did these two make it through? I have no idea. Sam D made it through, but I don't know how many cars are going to be left here, but the biggest break has to be these three drivers, Sanoski, Ricky Bobby, and Jake Williams. Luckiest drivers right there. Anthony Emery beat Bianca Roberts at the lines, taking you back to the green to see how many laps we're going to have left to go back to green. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a green-white checkered in this race. Here are all the drivers that retired from the race. Dylan Ogo, Sky Commons, Michael White, Olaf Manson, Dunn LaPrade, Jake Smith, Leo Rogers, Jacob Cook, Noah Hart, Charles Jackson, Ty Naughton, Tony Blazer, Trent Dunham, Jacob Lawler, Leia Walker, Willem Schultz, Cody Loms, Jake Rogers, Chris Grant, and Luke Walker. All have retired from the race. 22 cars are still in the race. I think 21 of them could have a chance to win. Here's the whole field. Anthony Emery leads. Bianca Roberts second. Dylan Poteet third. Pichu fourth. Dion Scott fifth. Sixth, Calvin Malone. Seventh, Aaron Williams. Aaron Williams. Eighth, Jamie Malone. Ninth, Zach Flickinger. 10th, Austin Ogo. Somehow making it through there. 11th, Seth Cole. 12th, Olga Ogo. 13th, Sam D. 14th, that's Devin Smith. 15th, Dylan Young. 16th, David Rochester. 17th, Jack Richards. 18th, Anna Gregg as it's lagging. 19th, Sanoski. 20th, Joseph Bryant, Ricky Bobby. And then the rest of the field, Jake Williams and Rod Houston, one lap down. Green flag is out. Green, white, checkered. Poteet moving to the high side, not a good move. Bianca Roberts wants to become a two-time champ. Two-time winner. Anthony Emery wants to become, a two-time winner as well for both series. Where's Ricky Bobby? There he is. He is trying to get back up to that pack and get some spots. They're doing classic Talladega racing right now, as you see. Sanoski, there's something wrong with that 7. That's a huge tough break right there. Joseph Bryant also having some issues there. Doesn't look good for him. As all these guys in the inside line have a chance to win. Here we go. When we cross the stripe, it'll be down to these drivers where Dylan Young is at. Here we go. Through the front stretch. White flag. 1 lap to go. Anyone can win this race. Look at Pichu, Calvin Malone. Those guys are former winners, as well as this guy, even though that was Jacob Stump's ride for the 500, Anthony Emery. All these guys in the front are former winners, and I know Pichu is as well, so this would be big here. Ogo, it's basically going to be down to former winners. Battle for second, Calvin Malone. Look at the run he's got from the 34. Can he catch up to the 24 in time? He's got the front stretch, too. Coming off of turn number 4. Doesn't look good for the 42. And Bianca Roberts will become the first female driver in NRSL history to go 2 wins this season. Bianca Roberts will win here. I gotta go quickly. The results before the thing will come up. May 6, 7, 5, 0, 9, 8, 5, 8. Signing off. Here come the results, and we'll see you for race 13 in Kentucky.